25th will mark 1 year since George Floyd was killed by a Minneapolis police officer. His death sparked months of protests across the country and right here in Raleigh.
Today, the mayor proclaimed the anniversary of his death as a day of enlightenment. CBS 17's Mackenzie Stasko is live in Raleigh to explain. Mac?
Yeah, Maggie, well, this Day of Enlightenment is really the first initiative of the newly formed George Floyd Memorial Center, which will eventually open in Southeast Raleigh in the coming years. The idea of this day isn't necessarily to hold protests, but it's to stand up against racism and keep the momentum of the past year going strong.
So losing him the way he departed this life, so inhumanely, by a rogue police officer, that was devastation.
George Floyd's North Carolina family is turning that pain into purpose and making plans to open a memorial center in his name.
And this is something that I believe in my heart of hearts. This is going to be phenomenal.
Finding a physical space is still in the works, but the center's first project is already underway. It's called A Day of Enlightenment.
The Floyd family wants to change the narrative from hurt to hope.
On May 25th, the anniversary of Floyd's death, they're calling on people to stand up for inequalities and do something good for someone else.
But what did George change for you? Whatever that answer may be, put it to work. Be proactive.
To show support for the project, Mayor Mary Ann Baldwin proclaimed May 25th as a day of enlightenment in the city of Raleigh.
You know, I think the proclamation is important. It makes a statement. I also just really appreciate the family's efforts toward peaceful protests.
We started seeing the protests, we started seeing a lot of things going on, and we've sort of moved past that. Now it's time to move forward and heal this nation.
Now, Mayor Baldwin tells me she's working with the George Floyd family, leaning on them for guidance to potentially host a community event for that Day of Enlightenment on the anniversary of his death, which again is coming up on May 25th. Live in Raleigh, Mackenzie Stasko, CBS 17 News.
All right, thanks for that, Mackenzie.